trying to tell I'm moving an hour and 52 minutes away to pursue music, who I feel is the woman of my dreams, hence why I'm barely staying awake during this convo. 1, I'm dreading this conversation again. I'm not prepared to sit on your lap as your body collapses on his bed of nails. Acupuncture. A punctuation marks pinpointing the parts where the part I say I'm leaving strikes you on the side like lightning with Tourette's. I'm still him. The little boy that cried so hard when he went to kindergarten, you brought me back home. Salvaging the responsible parts of my childhood where I stood alone, you remember my scars more. Fact, I'm your grandson, but your first son. And I can only imagine how impactful this could possibly be by considering you seen me curl into a switchblade on the days I didn't want to go to school. 2, I'm 21 to them, but 12 to you. I'm an old child rather than a young adult, and it scares me into profuse stigmas. I bleed suicide notes into songs. My sheet music is nothing more than an uncertain score to play today. I feel like a man. But you might hold on to yesterday more because it's fitting to remind you of the spoiled young nigga that I used to be. We didn't hug the music out of each other enough to whistle the hymns that connect us. This is our gospel being tested by our faith in God and the organs we play, the key of life on our outdated and fragile keyboards. 3, let's build a new piano from scratch and let it itch at this conversation more. I love you. More than words can say. You constructed the most elaborate pieces of me. I chipped at your piece more than I've added on to your beauty, and I'm sorry. 4, I was washing my face with tears to find dirt smudge trails alleviating this piece I wrote, but this is as pure as I can get it. 5, I'll be fine, no matter where my body travels. My soul and spirit shall always soak in your debris of white-walled photos of me you stored in your mind. I'm growing up, and it's a radical form of crawling as you taught me to walk with God on my bare hands. Never stop praying plays in my head as I say the same prayer you taught me when we tried to pay the light bill years ago. 6, oh, that you may bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that you may keep your hand with me and keep me from evil. Amen. 7, I'll always come back. Please keep my room in the same shape it's in. It's dirty as shit, but it'll be easier to maneuver through when I watch the access close and reassemble my Arizona tea cans in alphabetical order. 8, this is a sign of the times. I'm grown now. You've nurtured an owl with tattooed wings across his chest plate to protect the innocence you bottled into me. My perception supersedes expectation. These wings rip out of my flesh to flap into a true statement of let that little nigga go. The nest is growing smaller and his curiosity has widened onto horizons we can't bring to him in an envelope. And even if you could, I can only learn by experience. But you coated this nest beautifully with bronze portraits of nostalgia. I can't thank you enough. 9, I'm going to come back. My food stamps are here. Seriously though, I come home as much as I can. You'll receive calls from me every day to remind you that my flight is still in gear. My wings haven't tired from the prison ink stitched into my rib cage. I refuse to let a day go by without letting you know that you don't cross my mind like the smile I'm used to. You having when news is received, and this is news to me, but this is publication. And it should be nourished into your bones, for I'm forever with you in this magazine. 10, I'm dreading having this convo again. I'm still curling up into a switchblade. Veins wrinkled underneath when I cried to come home from school, to me crying now to leave home. Home is where the heart is, and every beat symbolizes how our sheet music is our gospel, and thanks to God, our score is a frequent reminder that as your first son, I'll be the man you envision me to be. 10 racks, that's that piece. Yasu, Yasu, Yasu.